Someone wrote in and said, all my entire sex life I've struggled with a guy being able to make me orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
I love sex and it bothers me that I can't get a guy to make me orgasm. Do you have any suggestions for me? This is Reid Mihalko from readaboutsex.com.
Cathy Vartuli from theintimacydojo.com. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways to answer this. First, have you been orgasming on your own?
It sounds like it from the way it's...
Well, I mean, there's the assumption that that's what the case is.
Yeah.
Has a woman been able to get you to orgasm?
That's a good question.
I mean, again, if you're, because we don't know, like maybe you're queer or bisexual or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, like super easy for women to get me off. Haven't been able to get a guy to get me off. My big questions real quickly are always checking in. Can you get yourself off? Have you changed your diet or your medication, or has something, physically or emotionally or psychically, spiritually, whatever, has something shifted for you recently? It sounds like this isn't guys could get me off and now they can't. So, but again, like checking in, because I've had friends and lovers who changed medication and then all of a sudden everything became different. So it's useful to just kind of check in and take a look, because if no one ever told you to take a look, you might be blaming yourself and there's something shifted. And this also, goes for everybody to do this kind of protocol for yourself.
One of the things I recommend for my clients, I've had some clients with these issues, is I encourage them, one, to talk to their partner. Some of them have been faking it for a long time because they didn't want their partner to feel bad. And I made sure, we talked about it, they practiced with me, like asking for what they really wanted. And one of the things I recommended was, if they really couldn't orgasm, like they said, hey, this is working, this isn't working, and it still didn't get them off, I went back to how they get themselves off and started incorporating their partner. So they most of them had a space where they could have orgasm, and they would invite their partner in to that space and hold them while they masturbated, for instance, and then they could gradually incorporate more and more touch. One, the partner is learning how that person likes to get off, but two, the person who was struggling with orgasm gets a chance to start feeling comfortable with another person there while they're coming. And it could be that they have a belief, or there's a thought that if I orgasm with them, I'll have too much control, or I might lose control, or usually there's a belief behind it. So if you can figure that out and dismantle it, great. But often if they're just having their partner hold them while they masturbate or something like that, there is an uncovering or discovery of what's going on, and the body starts getting more comfortable orgasming with that person, and gradually they can kind of expand the sexual aspect of it.
Other things, you might want to consider getting a therapist, seeing a sex therapist, just to get somebody who can give you some feedback or some active listening rather than trying to get all your needs met from YouTube. The other thing to just consider for having friends and worked with people who have particular trauma histories or life histories, there may be other stuff going on where it's just going to be more difficult or challenging for you to orgasm with a partner, and that's a thing, like that can happen. And how you empower yourself and look for resources might require you to do work on yourself outside of your relationship, because having your partner there holding you might not be the breakthrough. And I just want to offer that so that you don't go into
there's no shame if
I did the advice that Cathy gave me and it's not working, I must really be broken.
There's lots of different ways to.
And I mean, I have friends and lovers who are like, yeah, so we can totally play, just so you know, I'm not gonna orgasm, I won't come. I know that about myself. Don't make that mean anything, because they say to me, they're like, I get some dudes who are like fiercely adherent to that I must get off, and they're like, I'm not going to get off, so let it go. And I really appreciated hearing that from them, and being able to adjust how we were going to play and my expectations, so that my expectations and whatever tendency I have towards goal orientation, I was able to remove that from what we were doing, so it wasn't creating this weird pressure for them. Mm-hmm. Cool. I hope that was helpful.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah, thanks very much for sharing so vulnerably. Leave comments below. We'd love to know what you think. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See them. Why are they there?